Hello, hello. As y'all can tell, I am not in the best voice for Wednesday word today. So it's gonna be quick and short. And I'm sorry getting it out so late, but I haven't been feeling well. But I'm trying to stay committed to posting on a weekly basis so that people will notice and I'll get me some speaking gigs and get me a publisher. But anyway, I also am being led by wanting to just share my experience and my life. And when I do this with y'all, it also helps me to be uplifted. So today I had something planned for y'all, but I got sick and I didn't get it finished. So hopefully I'll get it done. But I do have something wonderful planned, and it's more like a tribute to my mom. I just feel like in this current world and everything that's happening and going on, everything is so horrible. Everything is so ugly, it feels like. But the beauty is there are things we can be grateful for. There are things we need to be thankful for. The fact that I have a job that I'm sick, but I can still get paid even though I can't go in. I gotta call in sick. The fact that I can have my class remotely so that my students can get their needs met and their questions answered, so they can finish their assignment. And I can feel good about equipping them to do their best. That's a blessing. So today I'm dedicating and wanting to talk about how many of us are grateful for the mother or mother figures in our life. And I'm the kind of person that God has blessed me. He blessed me with an awesome biological mommy. My mommy, everybody knows this is me and my mommy. I don't know if y'all can see it, but this is I done messed up, but this is me and my mommy. Um, yeah, and I think that's about this is me and my mommy. Look how cute we are. Look at my mommy. Look how cute we are. But that's me and my mommy. I love this picture of her. I said if I had to go back in time, then I need to go back and be this little bitty precious baby forever because I didn't have to worry about nothing. Everybody wanted to hold me, kiss me, love me, feed me, keep my booty clean, right? You didn't have to worry about nothing. But I love my mother and I am who I am because of my mother and my grandmother. But that's a whole nother show. My mother is one of the most loving, nurturing, sacrificing women I know. She is tough. She epitomizes that Proverbs 31 woman, and she could just make something that was crazy, awful, wonderful. And growing up, our holidays were always special, even though, like, I thought when I was growing up, my family was dysfunction junction because I would watch the Waltons and they would be all so wonderful, happy, get along. And my family, every time we had a gathering, somebody would show they, you know what, okay? And it would be like starting off all nice and wonderful. And then, ah, so that made me have certain kind of feelings about family. But it also made me be very purposeful in my thinking about the kind of family I wanted and the kind of home I wanted for the child or the children God would bless me with. And even the fact that my home is my sanctuary is a lot because I would see how my mom protected our house as our sacred space, our saving space, our brave space, like the space where love was supposed to be, you know? So I really feel like I can love the way I love. I can't share the way I share because I watched my mom. I watched other women, but especially my mom. Like my mom would take in anything and anybody. Most of the pets we got, they was like stuff we saw on the street because she was like, oh, that poor little duck, that poor little dog, that poor little rabbit, that poor little cat, that poor little chicken. We had some of everything, y'all. We had a farm even before we moved down south. Like, ask my sisters, we got ducks for Easter. And then we went fishing, right? And these wild ducks, and mom was like, oh my God, we gotta say, and we gotta say. So then we got these Erica, the ducks we got for Easter, and then the wild ducks, and then they was fighting in the yard, girl. It was a hot mess, but thank God we moved down south, so they had bigger space. But it was a hot mess. But anyway, I'm trying to keep this short because my voice is leaving me. But what I want to say, I said why I love my mom, but her love and support throughout everything. I don't think I would have moved to Burlington, Vermont at the age of 22 if it hadn't been for my mom. When everybody else was telling me, no, take this job, take that job, it's closer to home, it's this, it's that. She was like, what do you want to do? She was like, how many more opportunities are you going to get? You said you always wanted to know the world. You want to explore the world. That's what you told me all your life. Maybe this is the first step. And so what? You don't know but two people there. And one of the people became one of my sister friends and is still my sister friend today. And she knows who she is. Professor P. She is the wonderful CEO of Perceptions Unlimited. And that's all I'm gonna say because I don't have permission to say her name, but she's phenomenal. Look her up. She's a coach. And she and my friendship with her and other folks, I just think about how if my mama hadn't have pushed me to take that opportunity, how different my life might have turned out if I had have just stayed in Ohio. How limited my life would have been. Like I would have missed out on so many wonderful men and women and folks and siblings that God has brought into my life because I took that one chance and moved to Burlington, Vermont, and I didn't know a soul, y'all, except for those two people. The director of the Multicultural Center, this brother, I ain't gonna say his name because I ain't got permission, but he was the coolest brother and he was the pastor at the church. So I knew it's a black church there. I'm going to be all right. And I was. And that's the beauty about, I feel, when you give your life to God. For those of us who are spiritual, when I gave my life to God at 14, I didn't realize because I wasn't trying. I mean, I did it. I did what I was supposed to do. But then I got buck wild and crazy, right? I kissed somebody and was like, baby, if that's what sex is like, I'm gonna be doing a lot of it, okay? But real talk, I know because I gave my life to God, He constantly had His eye on me and waited for me to come home. Like that lost sheep that you gonna leave the 99 and go look for the one. Like when the son came home and he like, let's kill the fatty calf and have a party. My baby was dead, but now he living. I came home because he protected me because he knew that he wanted me to be doing Wednesday word and helping y'all to know Jesus, okay? But also just to know my crazy mind and to know that if I'm thinking like this, it's probably other people thinking like this, about a whole bunch of things. But pulling it back, I also think about how having a supportive adult and person and mentor in your life to push you, to help you to see your promise. That's powerful. And I have been so blessed to have so many people that are those folks for me. And I thank y'all right here and right now. Y'all know who y'all are. You always saw and continue to see what I couldn't see. And so I thank you. But I also really, really think that we are living in some crazy times, y'all. We living in some crazy, crazy times. So hold those that are dear to you close. Hold them close. And I'm just thinking about how often real life is scary and it's showing us stuff. And I feel like I'm living out something in a movie, right? Like some of the stuff happening, stuff I be seeing on TV. Like I watched the movie Elysium the other night and I was like, I remember when this came out, I said that could happen. And those of you who haven't seen it, it's basically about how the rich folks then got them some off-world place and then they send shuttles back down, and all the poor folks, and it's mighty funny. The only two languages that they speak in is English and Spanish. It's deep. Y'all should watch it. It is very deep, and I might do need to do an analysis of that film, but I will need to wrap it up because my throat is starting to bother me. But I just want to read something that I wrote. Too often, I notice how real life is much like the story, the shows, and the scenes that I see on my TV. How did we get to this place? How much more can I take? There I stop. Then I stop and gather myself. Then I look into the teachings of my youth. Then I ask and I say, yes, I'm tired. I'm angry. And sometimes I'm worried, but I am never afraid because I trust God. I trust the Good Shepherd who supplies all my needs, who renews my strength, who guides me along the right paths, bringing honor to their name. And while I and we are walking in the darkest of valleys, we need to not fear, for our God is close beside us, no matter what is going on in the seen world, folks. My faith tells me to trust God because He got it. Anytime He has brought me 58, almost 59 years and all the stuff that He done brought me through. And that's another reason I started this Wednesday word, because I'm going to be testifying to y'all. Because if He done brought me through the stuff He done brought me through, He going to bring us through this. If He can heal a barren womb and make it fertile and give me a healthy child, it ain't nothing He can't do. If He can raise His son from the dead and bring him back and heal and give sight to the blind and make demons run scaring and make a world, okay, let's go back to the beginning, make a freaking world. He can deal with the orange man. He can deal with ice. He can deal with all. So we need to pray. Those of us who call ourselves prayer warriors, and I'm about to end it on this. I was so proud of my community. I'm so proud of the restaurant owners. I'm so proud of the world saying we are leading with love. You want to cut off SNAP. You want to cut out health care. You want to cut out education for folks. But we gonna find a way, just like the black folks did back in the day when they didn't want to give us school, and they's like, okay, we gonna pass the hat, and we gonna be teaching in your kitchen and your kitchen and your kitchen until we can get a building. Real talk. Y'all be blessed and be a blessing. Thank you for tuning in. If you like what I said, subscribe, share, like it. Hope to see. I will see you next week. I'm committed to this, unless the Lord take me away. Be blessed and be a blessing. Have a good one now.